वो वॉइस की वजह से ही तो लेक्चर को मेरे को रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ता है. So last time we done simple pendulum. What is simple pendulum? है ना?
Conical
How we
pendulum.
find the equation? We know how to calculate their equation. Correct? Tension, according to tension basis, we make equation based on y-axis and based on x-axis. We are making two equations based on each axis. Right? So
Yes, sir.
we are getting one equation is t cos theta is equal to mg. This is your first equation based on y-axis. And second equation we are getting t sin theta is equal to mv square upon r on x-axis. Now what we are doing, divide equation 2 by equation 1. So t sin theta upon t cos theta is equal to mv square r. This is equation 2 part and this is lower part is equation 1 part. Now the m and m is cancelled. Here t sin theta, sorry, t is cancelled. Sin theta upon cos theta का formula is sin theta is equal to v square upon r.
सर आप स्क्रीन ऑन रखियो.
स्क्रीन ऑन मीन्स मेरा फेस आ रहा है क्या? नहीं. अच्छा शेयर स्क्रीन. ओके ओके ओके.
यस सर.
अभी आ रहा है स्क्रीन विजिबल है?
हाँ सर अब
Yes, sir.
सर आया.
तो देखो लास्ट टाइम व्हाट वी डन दिस पार्ट है ना डायग्राम पार्ट, हाउ टू मेक इक्वेशन, वी डन इक्वेशन वाला पार्ट. करेक्ट?
Yes, sir.
यस सर.
तो मैं वही कंटिन्यू कर रहा हूँ. फिर हम लोग ने क्या किया था, वी आर डन डिवाइडेड इक्वेशन 2 बाय इक्वेशन 1. So what we are getting t sin, yes, t sin theta upon t cos theta is equal to mv square upon r upon mg. Correct? Sin theta upon cos theta, what is sin theta upon cos theta? Formula is tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. Correct? This part is already done, right? Remember last time.
Yes.
Now next, take this
Yes.
rg from left hand side. What we are getting, v square is equal to rg tan theta. Correct? Now take this square right hand side. What you are getting, v is equal to square root of rg tan theta. Now we know that v is equal to r omega. We find this formula, right? So replacing this v by r omega and the right side part is as it is. Write this equation as third equation. We are using this equation. Remember this equation. R omega is equal to rg tan theta. Now what we are doing next, take this square root left hand side. So this square root becomes square r square omega square and right side part is as it is rg into say r upon h. So this tan theta is converted into r upon h. How? So again come to the pendulum for diagram. See here in pendulum the bob is moving in a circular motion. So they are making some angles from this line. You can see this line. This is the actual line of bob and this is the hypotenuse line and this is the radius line. These three lines making an angle, right? So this is my theta angle. We know the formula of tan theta, opposite upon adjacent. So this side is my opposite side. So opposite side is represented by radius r and the adjacent side is h. So what is the formula of tan theta? Opposite upon adjacent. So opposite upon adjacent means r upon h. Correct na? How I calculate this formula?
Yes, sir.
I hope you understand. So we are
Yeah,
using this
Yes,
formula.
sir.
See, from this tan theta
Yes,
we are
sir.
replacing r upon h. Now left side 2r is there. So 1r and this 1r is cancelled with this r square. What we are getting, omega square is equal to g upon h. Now take this square right hand side. What you are get? Omega is equal to square root of g upon h. Correct? This equation is based on angular velocity. We know that omega is represented here angular velocity. So this equation is based on angular velocity of conical pendulum. How this bob is moving, with the help of this equation, we can easily calculate their angular velocity. Now what we are calculating? Time period. How to calculate time period? So we take third equation. Remember third equation. R omega is equal to rg tan theta. With the help of this equation, we are finding the time period formula. Now we know that omega is equal to 2 pi upon t. Correct? ये टाइम पीरियड
Yes,
से
sir.
फॉर्मूला बनाता है. टाइम पीरियड इज इक्वल टू 2 पाई अपॉन ओमेगा. रिमेंबर दिस पार्ट इज डन. टाइम पीरियड. So with the help of this formula, I am creating this formula by replacing the position. I am taking omega left side and capital T right hand side. So what we are getting, omega is equal to 2 pi upon T. Now put this 2 pi upon T here. So what we are getting, R into 2 pi upon T1. Why I am putting here T1? ताकि confusion ना हो, because T is time period formula and T1 is the time period of conical pendulum. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Next, take this. Okay, Shifa late.
क्या हो रहा?
Take this T1 from right hand side and take this whole RG tan theta from left hand side. Except T1 and this part को replace करना है. What we are getting, R into 2 pi upon square root of RG tan theta, and right side what we are getting, T1. Correct? This part is clear. Next, take this R in a square root. Suppose if I want to convert this R into square root, so it become R square. दोनों का मीनिंग एक ही होता है. करेक्ट ना? R square, square root of R square means R ना. So this means that can we write R by like this? Yes. So I am converting this R and put them inside the square root. So it becomes T1 is equal to 2 pi. This part is as a square root R square upon RG tan theta. Now this R and this one R square ka one R is cancelled. What we are getting, 2 pi square root of R upon G tan theta. This part is clear, students? Now
Yes,
मैंने देखो
sir.
conical pendulum का एक पार्ट बताया है, इसमें triangle बन रहा है. Now according to triangle, we know the formula of sin theta. Sin theta is nothing but opposite upon hypotenuse. So this part is my hypotenuse and this is my opposite part according to this theta. So it become R upon L. So what is R? Take this L left hand side, so become R is equal to L sin theta. इधर R दिख रहा है, you can see here R. Replace this R by L sin theta. We are submitting this value here, and we know that tan theta inside you can see tan theta. We know that tan theta ka formula is sin theta upon cos theta.
Sin
Correct?
theta upon cos theta.
So
Yes,
replace
sir.
this tan theta by sin theta upon cos theta. What we are getting here? R
Yes,
की जगह
sir.
L sin theta and tan theta की जगह sin theta upon cos theta. Now this sin theta and this sin theta is cancelled.
Cancel.
What we are getting, 2 pi is equal to L cos theta upon G. This is the equation of time period of conical pendulum. With the help of
Yes,
this
sir.
formula, we can easily calculate what we are calculating, time period. Means one complete revolution, how much time a conical pendulum takes. We can easily calculate with the help of this formula. Now we know that the formula of simple pendulum. What is
Yes.
the formula of simple pendulum? We done in 11th class elasticity chapter. T1 is equal to
Yes,
2
sir.
pi square root of L upon G. This is the formula of simple pendulum. So in this formula, is there any trigonometry
Yes.
sign? There is no trigonometry sign in simple pendulum formula. But in our conical pendulum formula, trigonometry sign is there.
Yes, sir.
What is trigonometry sign? Cos theta, sin theta, tan
Yes.
theta, correct? So I want to remove this
Cos
cos theta
theta.
sign. How to remove this cos theta sign? Again come to the
Yeah.
starting position. We know the
Cos
equation,
theta, sir.
equation 1 and equation 2. See here,
अरे
this
आवाज
is
नहीं
my
आ रही
equation
आपकी.
1, this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Now you can hear me. My voice is coming,
Yes,
everyone?
sir.
Okay, अगर few students को नहीं दी, that means the internet problem is there. So I'm recording this video. I send you this video. Okay, don't worry अगर problem हो रहा है. So
Cos
this is
theta
my
था,
equation 1 and this is my equation 2. What you do? Add this equation, first and second, and again square both equations. क्या करना है for time period without trigonometry sign? Add the equation and square root. Square the equation, okay? Not square root. Square the equation. So again come to the last point. Equation 1 and 2, what we done? We are adding and square both the equation. So it becomes t square cos square theta plus
अभी
t
तो
square sin
comment
theta
नहीं रहा
sin square
है
theta.
मतलब.
Yes, Kaib, what happened? Okay, mg square plus mv square upon r. Now t square, we are taking t square common. What we are getting inside? Cos square theta plus sin square theta. Correct? Na? We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So what we are left? T square is equal to mg square plus fv square upon r whole square. Now in next is come to the tan theta please. What is the formula of tan theta? Tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. Okay. Yeah, कैसे आ गया? Okay. Write this thumbnail. How we are getting this formula? Tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. Just we are making this formula. See where we are make this tan theta is equal to v square upon rg. Tan theta is equal to v square. See here. Can you see this formula? Tan theta is equal to v square upon rg.
Yes.
That means we are getting this formula. So we are replacing this formula by tan theta. So see here. Tan theta की जगह what we are taking here? In tan theta we are replacing by v square upon rg. Okay. So what we are getting mg square plus mg tan theta. ना थोड़ा सा इसमें क्या किया है, उल्टा किया क्या? Yes. इसमें v square upon rg की जगह पर tan theta से okay okay lower part we will check. Take rg on left side, v square is equal to rg tan theta. So from this v square we are replacing by tan theta, rg tan theta. So g तो रहेगा but this r is cancelled because upper r is there. तो मैंने डायरेक्ट किया है. I hope you understand this part. v square की जगह पे mg tan theta कैसा है? Anyone having any doubt here?
No, sir.
So we shall further. Okay. So in both places mg is common. Correct? We take mg common square. So in this place we are taking 1 plus in this place tan theta square theta. Now what we do next? Take this square on the right hand side. So square square cancel. Okay, mg banega, and this part the square root we are taking 1 plus tan square theta. Next we know the formula of tan square theta is r upon h. We already used this formula. So we are replacing this tan square theta by r upon h whole square. So see there is no trigonometry sign here. So this is the formula of time period of conical pendulum based on simple. We are same to same simple pendulum की जैसा formula बनाया हम लोग ने. Correct? Conical pendulum. I hope you understand time period, how to derive time period. We have two formula and we are using both formula based on condition. What is given for us? Now next we start vertical circular motion due to earth gravitation. Vertical circular motion. So suppose this is a person and again we are taking stone and thread wala example. They are touching a stone with this thread and they start moving like this. This type of motion is called vertical circular motion. Understood? They are moving from up and down. Correct? This is called vertical circular motion. In this circular motion we take 3 points. At downward position we take point A. In mid position we take point B, and at highest point up position we take point C. Now what we have to calculate in this 3 position, we have to calculate tension, then velocity, and last we are calculating the total energy. How much energy they are taking. In each place their energy is same, in each place their tension is same, or in each place their velocity is same. We are calculating that part. First we start tension part. How to calculate tension? At position A, first we have to understand whenever we are moving any object, we always start from downward. Correct na? For example, you have a thread attached with any heavy object like stone and you start moving that object. When you start that object motion start from which place? We always start their motion at downward position. We start moving that object with downward position. Correct? So this downward position my frame of reference. I hope you understand what is frame of reference. We already done. Frame of reference, those position where we start any object. Correct? So we start object from initial position A. Correct? From position A, then they are reaching to position B, then they reaching position C. Then again they are reaching their position A. At this type they are moving in vertical circular motion. Okay. Vertical circular motion example is cycle. Cycle tire is moving in the form of vertical circular motion. Correct? Now first we start calculating tension at point A. What is the tension? So at position A, we name the tension by TA. Now we know that the gravity is always downward direction. So the gravity is downward is my mg, but the tension and the centripetal force is always toward the center of the circle, correct? So my tension and centripetal force is always toward the center. If I'm taking this as a y-axis, correct? ये सारा equation y-axis पे एक है, okay? So FCP and TA is goes to the positive y-axis place, and the mg is negative direction of y-axis. So how we make this equation? So T is going to the positive y-axis, so we are represent TA by plus TA, and FCP is again going to the positive direction. So always FCP is written by equal ka right direction plus FCP. Now mg is going downward direction, so we are represent mg by minus mg. Understood? So TA minus mg, we know the formula of centripetal force mv square upon a. Now here v square is represented by a. Why? Because we are calculating this a position tension as well as their velocity. Now take this minus mg on right side. What we are getting tension formula? TA is equal to mv square a upon r plus mg. So this is the formula of position A tension, correct? Now we are calculating the formula based on position C. At position C, we know that at position C the tension is very low, because anything where they are going above the gravitational force, we feel less tension. Now in this case, my gravity is toward the negative y-axis direction. My TC is again toward the center, and my centripetal force is again toward the center. This means all three parts are the toward the center. Now this arrow indicates they are going to the negative y-axis. That is why we represent all these three parts by negative sign. Minus TC minus mg is equal to minus FCP. I hope this part is clear. So take minus common. So minus minus is cancelled. What we are getting, TC plus mg is equal to FCP. We know the formula of centripetal force mv square upon r. So take this mg on right hand direction. What we are getting, TC is equal to mv square c upon r minus mg. What is the difference between first formula and second formula? Plus and minus sign. See, both formula is same, Tn and Tc. Now we are finding the tension formula at position B, point B. At point P, the mass is based on gravity, always downward direction, but the tension and centripetal force always toward the center of the circle, correct? So how to make equation? सबसे ज़्यादा quantity कहाँ पे? So maximum quantity on x-axis. So we are making equation based on x-axis, not y-axis, correct? In x-axis, the arrow represents the object is moving from negative x-axis. So we are representing whole part by negative sign. So minus TB is equal to minus FCB. So minus and minus is cancelled. What we are getting, TB is equal to mv square b upon r. So we are making all three tension equations. I hope you understand how we are calculating. Now second, we are finding the velocity. In each place we are calculating the velocity. So first we start highest position velocity. So for finding the highest position velocity, we are taking tension formula. What is tension formula? TC is equal to mv square minus mg, correct? Now in highest position, we know that at highest position tension is 0. Why? Tension is very low. Highest position, we know that tension is very low. We feel less tension in our hand. If I am rotating any thread in vertical circular motion, in downward position we feel maximum tension, but when we are going up, we are feeling less tension. If the tension is very low, approximately 0, so this means the tension is negligible. So from this we are taking 0. If this is 0, what we are getting, m square minus mg. Take this mg from left hand side, so it becomes plus mg. mv square upon r is equal to mg. Now m and m is cancelled. So v square, take this r from right hand side. So v square c is equal to rg. Take this square right hand side. What we are getting, vc is equal to square root of rg. So this is my velocity of point C. With the help of this equation, we can easily calculate the velocity of highest point. Now we are calculating velocity of lowest point. From this we are coming to point A. So मैं C से I'm calculating velocity A. Now we already know the height of A is 0. Why height of A is 0? Because this is my initial starting point. Remember, if I'm start from here, what is the height? Then its height is 0. But from B position, the height is R. From C position, height is 2R. From this R and from this R. Correct? But when we start from A position, there is no height because my object starts from point A. That is why we are taking height is 0. I hope you understand. So we are coming from point C to point A. Remember? And what we are calculating?
Yes.
Point A ka velocity. At lowest point A, we are using the formula work and energy theorem. With the help of work and energy theorem, we are calculating the formula of point A. Work and energy theorem, what and work and energy theorem says total energy is always equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Now forget about this. If both part is equal to this, so total energy is constant. Constant means 0. Take this potential energy left side. So what we are getting? Minus potential energy is equal to plus kinetic energy. How we are getting this formula? I hope you understood. This is called work energy formula. Now I am representing delta sign because my object at starting my object at point C and then they are reaching at point A. Okay, that is why we are representing change in potential energy is equal to change in kinetic energy. So we are representing change in potential energy by PA minus PC. Now PA is positive sign, so I am representing, and PC I am representing by negative sign. Why I am representing negative sign? Because the object coming from point C to A, so their height is reducing. At point C, their height is high. When they are coming to the point A, their height is reducing. That is why reducing part we are represented by negative sign. Okay, so it becomes PA minus PC. Similarly, kinetic energy is represented by EA minus EC. Now, potential energy का formula is mgha minus mghc. Similarly, kinetic energy formula is half mv square a minus half mv square c. Now we know that the height of ha at position A height is 0. So we are taking here 0. What we are getting? This minus minus becomes plus mghc. Next, half mv square a is as it is. Now we know the formula v square c. What is the formula v square c? Rg. So we are taking half m v square की जगह we are replacing by Rg. Understood? This part. Now we are taking here mgh is my 0 minus mghc, and we know the formula v square c is Rg. So here 2 कहाँ सा है? How we are getting 2? So again come to this place. In height at C, how to calculate height at C? So from position A to center and center to position C, from A to position O is represented by radius, 1 radius, and from O to C we are again represented by 1 more radius. Total how much radius is there from point A to point C? 2 radius is there. So can we say that the height of HC is 2r? Because A से C पे जाने में how much height is there? 2 radius height is there. That is why we are representing HC by
Yes,
2r.
sir.
That is why what we are getting 2 mgr. And right side this part is same. What is the changing part? V square C का formula we know Rg. So it becomes half mgr. Now take this half mgr on the left hand side. So minus half mgr becomes plus mgr. Now calculate this part. We know the cross multiplication. 2 into 2 is become 4 mgr plus 1 mgr upon 2. Show करूँ क्या? I hope you understand how we are getting this 5 upon 2 mgr. We are calculating this basic part is equal to half mv square a. Now this 2 and 2 is cancelled, m and m is cancelled. What we are getting? V square a is equal to 5gr. Now take this square left hand side. What we are getting? V a is equal to square root of 5gr. This is the velocity of point A. Now next we are calculating last velocity B. Now we are going from point A to B. Remember, so we are going from point A to B. So point A is reduced and point B is increases. So reduced part is represented by negative sign and increases part represented by positive sign. So again we are taking the same formula, work and energy theorem, minus delta P dot E is equal to plus delta K dot E. Now PB minus PA, delta P represented by PB minus PA and kinetic energy is represented by EB minus EA. Now potential energy formula is mgHb minus potential energy A formula is mgHa. We know that HA ka height is 0, remember, and mgh height is HB height is R, and the V square A का formula is phi GR. Just अभी calculate करके निकाला. So replacing that part, what we are getting here, mgr minus mgr is equal to half mv square B minus half phi m phi rg. Take this m phi rg in left hand side. So this minus become plus phi upon 2 mgr और उसको मैंने राइट में लिखा है minus mgr is equal to half mv square B. Now calculate what we are getting, 3 upon 2 mgr, half mv square already is there. Now 2 and 2 is cancelled, m and m is cancelled. What we are getting, v square B is equal to 3gr. Take this square left hand side, we are getting square root vb is equal to square root of 3gr. Clear hai? So we are getting velocity of A, velocity of B and velocity of C. What we are searching next, we are calculating their energy. How to calculate energy? Simple. First we are calculating point A ka kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy? Half mva square. What is A? Va? A ka value is phi rg. So what we are getting, half m phi rg. Adjust it. Take this phi 1 के पास. So we are getting phi upon 2 mgr. Now second we are calculating potential energy. What is potential energy? mgha. We know the height of ha is 0. So this whole part becomes 0. So potential energy is 0. Now we are calculating total energy of point A is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Kinetic energy is phi upon 2 mgr and potential energy is 0. So can you say that here in this case total energy is equal to kinetic energy at point A. Now we are calculating energy at point C. Kinetic energy is half mv square C. We know the formula of C is Rg. Now second we are calculating potential energy at point C, mgHc. We know the height of Hc is 2r, so it becomes mg2r. Now we are finding the total energy. Total energy is kinetic energy plus potential energy. So half mgr plus 2 mgr. Now calculate this part. What we are getting, phi upon 2 mgr. Now at point B, we are searching the kinetic energy is half mv square B. V square B is 3rg. So it becomes 3 upon 2 mgr. Now second we are calculating potential energy. At height hb is, height is r. So we are replacing this hb by r. So it becomes mgr. Now total kinetic energy is, total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy, which is 3 upon 2 mgr plus mgr. Calculate this part. What we are getting, phi upon 2 mgr. So what we understand in this situation, in each point their energy is constant. See, at position A, point A, phi upon 2 mgr. At point B, phi upon 2 mgr. At point C, phi upon 2 mgr. Correct? Now we see the
Yes.
special case. Difference in tension at lowest and highest position. They are asking that, tell me the difference between lowest and highest point. So we have to calculate. How to calculate? Lowest point is my point A, highest point is my point C. So we know the formula of TA and TC. Okay. Now difference, substitute this formula. So what we are getting, TA minus TC is equal to mv square A upon R plus mg minus mv square C upon R plus mg. Take mv square A upon R and mv square C together, take a pair. Now plus mg become 2mg. Next, m upon R is common in these two pair. Take m upon R common. What we are getting, v square A minus v square C plus 2mg. इधर पे stop हो जाओ. We know the formula of work energy theorem. What is the formula of work energy theorem? Minus delta P dot E is equal to delta K dot E. So we are going from point A to point
Yes.
C. So we can say that mgha minus mgh. We know the height of A. Height of A is 0. So this whole part becomes 0. And we know the height of HC is 2r. So this HC becomes 2r. So it becomes 2 mgr. Right part is as it is, half m. We are taking this here, half m, and half m is common. So what we are getting, half m v square A minus v square C. Next, take this to left hand side. So 2 multiplied by 2 become 4 mgr, and right side is m v square minus vc square. Take this r from right hand side. So it becomes 4 mg is equal to m upon r v square minus v square. वापस से आप see here, this part and this part, sorry, this part and this part is same. So this part ka value what we are getting, 4 mg. So replace this part by 4 mg, correct? So 4 mg plus 2 mg, what we are getting? 4 mg plus 2 mg, 6 mg. So the difference between two tension is 6 mg. I hope you understand how we are calculating the difference between highest and lowest tension.
Yes, sir.
Now we done first part of rotational dynamics is circular motion. Now we start the second part of rotational dynamics, that is rotational motion. For understanding rotational motion, first we have to understand the basic concept of inertia. What is inertia? According to Newton's first law, if an object is moved, they want to make a motion. If an object is at rest, they want to at rest until an external force applied on it. एक बड़ा सा statement था Newton's first law. So we are take small statement. Any object, an object or any object resist change. This is my inertia small statement. What is the meaning of this statement? For example, if the bike is moving and suddenly some person is came near, okay, so they make a break. This means that if any object is moving, they want to make a move. That means simple bhasha mein what we are saying, if object is moving, they resist the change. They don't want to stop. If the object is at rest position, they want high energy for moving that object. For example, if bike at rest position, if you want to move that bike, you need, what do you need? You want to start or you are need high energy. So high energy kahan se aata hai usko? What we are getting this from engine. So at starting position, they making large accelerator. Why they are using high engine? Because the object is at rest position. Na? For moving that object, you need high energy. Okay. Because
Yes,
the
sir.
object resists changes. This is called inertia. Now we take one example. Suppose one bike is there and train, both moving simultaneously, and suddenly one object came in 100-meter range. Which stop first, bike or train?
Bike.
Bike, sir.
Why bike stop first? Why train is not? What is the reason?
ट्रेन को रुकने में टाइम लगता है.
But
बहुत
what is the
धीरे
reason why train stop late and bike stop?
फोर्स बहुत ज्यादा है, जो बहुत तेज चल रहा है ना,
No,
तो इसलिए उसको आराम.
Sir, train
no,
बहुत
no,
लंबी रहती
no.
है.
What is the reason? What is the difference between their weight is same, bike and train?
No,
Sir.
sir.
Weight is different because of bike weight is very low. So because of this, they stop fast, and the train weight is mass is very high. Because of mass, they stop late. So can we say that inertia is related to mass? Okay, any object resist change. How the object resist change? For example, if you want to move the book,
दूसरा कौन सा कर रहा है
suppose
पता ही.
टेबल पे एक बुक रखा है. If you want to change their position, you can easily change their position. Correct? But suppose some person says you have a cupboard, change their cupboard position. So it requires high energy because the mass is increases. The motion is there resist more change, है ना? There क्या बोलेंगे simply? They resist changes. Correct? If the mass increase, there changes resistance or they're stopping their motion. more. If the mass is low, sir, you can easily apply force and change their motion. Understood? So can we
Yes,
say that
sir.
inertia is linked to motion? Correct, na? So we go further next time. What is exactly the meaning of inertia? I show you the example, daily life example. Okay. So we done first part. In first part, whole part is come in your board exam. In second part, few part is not came in your board exam. Okay. So we are cancel
Okay.
that part when I'm teaching now. I'm not teaching that part. Okay? Anything else? Anyone having any doubt? First part, circular motion.
कौन सा चैप्टर नहीं आएगा सर?
कौन सा चैप्टर नहीं आएगा? Whole chapter is there. Chapter is there, but few part is left. Okay. And their question, and today is your
सर
first
एक
assignment.
क्लियर करना है सर, एक डाउट क्लियर करना है सर.
हाँ, जल्दी बोलो. Yes.
सर ये पहला चैप्टर चल रहा है ना?
Yes. And first chapter का we are